once again, this will be the most accurate. So while we get it set up, I'll let you all know the most accurate mock draft that you will see. We're on a different platform. All right. If you've paid attention to the previous episodes, we previously have used PFF. We are done with PFF.
Down with PFF. Down with
PFF,
PFF.
yeah, they did a lot of budget cuts. So we don't support people that make those type of budget cuts. They cut a lot of social content, a lot of people who we follow for this type of content to gain some knowledge. They cut a lot of them, and so we decided to shift up. I mean, shift things up because PFF doesn't need to get any more of our attention. Considering that last episode, we were about to pay for the what was it, the premium something,
Yeah, the
but
Yeah.
premium. Just
caught
to
it
be able to
caught it just
trade.
in time. Caught it just in time. So now we found the stick to the model draft database. And of course, they have their different. It's slightly different. I believe PFF always had Fernando Mendoza as the number one overall prospect. On Stick to the Model, they have Arvell Reese as the number one overall prospect. That does not mean that they think Arvell Reese is going to go number one. That is just how their big board lays out as in terms of prospects. So the Las Vegas Raiders are on the board, and I don't think we're going to go with Arvell Reese. Don't think we're going to go with Caleb Downs. Don't think we're going to go with Jeremiah Love. I think what the Raiders are going to do is Fernando Mendoza, and I believe we can put the New York Jets on the clock. So now is where we
This is
may
where the
have
draft really starts.
Yeah.
All right. So
you look at the reports, they say what's his name? David Bailey. But
David Bailey and Reese have equal odds at this point, depending on where you're looking at. If not equal odds, they're very close.
I want to remind you all.
yeah, but I say Migos had some very good
Moving
news.
on odds. Remember, what was it, 2023, the Will Levis draft? It was
Yes.
it was days before the draft where Will Levis's odds went from plus 600 to like plus 190 for the first overall pick, just based off like a Reddit post. So like the odds, yes, it's something that we can look at, but in order for us to be the most accurate, we also have to use our expert opinion. So David Bailey is the current report. I believe we'd probably be deciding between him and Arvell Reese for this pick. So I'll honestly, if you guys agree on a prospect, I'm cool with either one.
So me personally, I was going to say that quickly. Me personally, if I was the Jets, I would pick Reese because he's the most talented, probably defensive player in this class. If not him, one of the other Ohio State guys is just up there with him. But in terms of what the Jets need, they kind of a blank slate, especially on that D line and in the linebacker room. I think Reese can kind of play both. And definitely in terms of playing more multiple. I know. Damn, what is the Jets head coach name? I'm blanking on it right now. Aaron Glenn said they want to be more multiple in defense, and if I can't think of no better player than Reese to do that. I say all that to say, I don't know if they have the time to develop a plan for Reese and let him really flourish, because if they don't look better this year, everybody's gone. And I'm saying that kind of funny because if you look at the coaching staff, the only person that's remaining from the very last year is Aaron Glenn. They fired everybody else already. So I don't know if they can really have the time to wait and develop Reese like he probably needs. So that leads you to David Bailey for me. I think he's going to come in and be a productive pass rusher. The edge setting, run defense is still going to be a work in progress. But, if you've been watching the NFL, you get paid to rush the passer, not, defend the run very well. If defending the run was the main thing, Clowney would have got paid a lot more than what he's done over recently. So, rushing the passer will get you paid, and maybe some splash plays there and there for the Jets. I mean, it's not like Bailey's a bad pick for them. They need talent in the edge room for sure. So, don't think Bailey's a bad pick. Just me personally, I'd pick Reese, but that's the one thing I've been trying to remind people when you're making these picks. Mock drafters, we don't have, families to feed and contracts to try to keep going. Jets need to get better quickly, and Bailey probably gives them that. So I will go Bailey.
So for me, kind of like Jalen's been saying, they're saying Frank Reich is the perfect like week 9 interim head coach. So, and there have been reports coming out that it seems like the Jets want a more sure thing because of that short timeline that JG alluded to. And also as Mingles gave us some information before the show that there was a quote that David Bailey is a foregone conclusion at two. So maybe that is pertain, like he said, that may be a Will Levis type thing where the odds are swinging in his favor and he ends up not getting picked. But to cover our bases, since we did take Reese in one mock draft and did take Ruben Bain in a different draft, I would go with David Bailey here. Even though, like Jalen said, if it were up to me, I would be taking Arvell Reese at 2.
All right, David Bailey is the pick at number 2. And now, our phone's ringing. I forgot to mention, we are considering trades for this mock draft for all of you at home.
Look at the trade tennis.
So, the Cardinals
You're going to have to create one.
Everybody knows
none of that. What is this? Get out of here.
Everybody knows the sports fan is our resident Cardinal fan. And there's rumors that the Cardinals, could do either. They could stick at 3. They're open to taking conversations from teams like the Cowboys trying to move up, targeting some potential defensive help. So we're going to let SportsFan take the lead here. SportsFan, if you want to make a trade, we can do that. If you would like to make a selection, if it's whatever you think is going to happen.
Man, I could talk for like 10 minutes on this, so I'll make it quick. First, I'm going to start with the players I think they're going to decide between if trading isn't an option. They're going to decide between Reese, Love, and Francis. While Francis is probably the player that would fit the need they have the most. If you look up here, their number one need is offensive tackle, especially right tackle, because they have a franchise left tackle in Paris Johnson. But if you look where Francis Managa is, how do you say his last name?
Mingles? Noah.
There it is. Appreciate it. It'll be a reach. It wouldn't be a crazy reach, but it'd definitely be a reach for a 3rd overall pick, especially if teams are interested in trading up. And there's been definitely talk of teams interested in trading up, especially teams with 2 picks in the first round. There's always also the conversation on running back value. Would you take a running back at 3 with all the needs you have on this team? And then Reese is probably the most talented quarterback in the draft. So I think if they stick and pick, I think they will take Reese. They've honestly had literally almost all the guys here: Reese, Love, Francis. I think Bain also. Let me see if there's anybody else I recognize quickly. That's the main ones I recognize. I mean, they had for top 30 visits, so I believe those are the kind of players they're going to decide between. Honestly, when it comes to the day of the draft, I think they're going to trade. They was in a situation a few years ago in the Will Anderson draft, and they had the 3rd overall pick, and they traded down, and then eventually traded back up again to get Paris Johnson. I don't know if they're going to trade back up, because I don't know if they have a Paris Johnson caliber player in mind. They could trade back up and get Francis, honestly, but I think they're going to try to trade down. Now, I'm going to ask y'all what teams would make sense to try to do a trade with right now. I've seen the Dallas. They give us 12 and 20, and we give them 3, and I think like our 3rd or our 4th round pick or something like that. I've seen that pitched around. While you guys kind of, I'm interested to see your thoughts. I'm gonna kind of look up to see if there's any other mock trades I have missed. I know there's one.
I think Dallas would be the only one, because I don't know if the Jets are willing to trade from 16 up to 3. And I don't know if Cleveland trades up from 6, because I think they feel like they can get, most likely I think they're going offensive line and receiver at 6. And I feel like they can get whoever they want there. My question to you was going to be, do you think they try to trade back up from, say, 12? If they do theoretically trade with Dallas, do you think they trade back up at 12 if, like, say, Ruben Bain Jr. is the only remaining prospect on the board at, say, like, pick 8?
No, I think they would stay at 12.
Okay.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but Monty was the GM when you all traded back to get Paris Johnson, when you guys got Paris Johnson. So I think this front office has shown that A, they're open to picking up the phone, and B, they're not afraid. Because I think some teams, when they're picking top 3, top 5, they're a little hesitant to move back a certain amount because you feel like you have to get that blue chip level player. I feel like this front office is not necessarily afraid of taking a big leap back if they feel like they're getting the capital that is warranted for the pick, especially in a year when this is not a quarterback heavy class. If you can get 2 first round picks in the same, like in this draft, in 12 and 20, like 20 is not a super duper late first round pick. If you're able to get those 2 first round picks, and it's not somebody trading up for a quarterback, that is where I personally would lean. Now, it is a big ask to potentially give up a 3rd overall pick because you feel like you almost got the pick of a litter from all these top prospects. But you fall to 12, you fall to 20. Like, this is a team that won 3 games. You're not going to be made by one prospect. And you could potentially address a lot of needs. The Cardinals had some of the funniest losses I've ever seen last year. Some of the funniest wins as well. So there's a lot that they need, and it's not just going to be selected at 3. But if they do decide to stick and pick, I don't think you can go wrong with Arvell Reese. And I think this is a team that will give him the opportunity and the time to as a pass rusher, which he definitely does need. Like, he's winning right now of raw talent, but he does need a bit of refinement and development. And I think the Cardinals won't be in a hurry, won't feel rushed. Like you mentioned, the Jets probably would because their coach is probably on a career clock right now.
All right, Jalen, what would you like to do?
It's either Reese or trade with the Cowboys. What would y'all think? You're leaning towards taking Reese?
I'm leaning towards the trade, but
I'm about to say I'm leaning towards trading.
Okay, let's try to do a trade then. Let's just see what that looked like. You know, the draft, when it comes to trading, that might be the hardest thing to ever predict. You know, so many. Damn, you can just do this like this. This is cool. So many, analysts try their best to kind of mock these trades, and they're rarely perfect or even like correct team wise. So we're just gonna try our best here. So it would be 12, and then like this.
Shout out to Stick to the Bottle for the trade value.
That's almost pretty even in value.
Yeah, push that through. I like that.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you're probably gonna have to force it.
Yeah,
look, we said
we're
predicting the pick. We're not, if we're predicting the trade, we're not necessarily going to get the exact trade package. Yeah. But we do know that on these day one picks are going to be involved. So everything else, we're just, trying to get something accurate. So
it's been accepted. Okay.
So the Cowboys are now on the board. Are they going to get their next Micah, or is there somebody else that they're targeting?
I think they're going to get their next Micah.
Wow, what an interesting strategy from the Cowboys. Get rid of Micah to get a new one, I guess, for cheaper value for the next 5 years. So
also having Quentin Williams in the middle.
You know what's crazy? If it works out like this, they're going to call Jerry a genius, and I'm going to hate it. But it low-key works.
All right, pick him. Let's go. Arvell Reese is a Dallas Cowboy.
This makes 4 a lot more interesting.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Because depending on what happens at 4, we might be making calls at 5. I'm just
so there's a lot of reports on what could happen at 4. I feel like every week it changes, but it always makes its way back to Jeremiah Love. But will Tennessee take a running back at 4? Carnell Tate is obviously one of the top receivers in the class, and that is another potential selection. And then you have Sonny Styles. The most valuable position out of those 3 is the wide receiver, but Robert Saleh could potentially want to get his franchise linebacker. But Tennessee could also look to support Cam Ward by improving the run game. I believe Tennessee is still leaning Jeremiah Love, but if you all are hearing anything or believe anything else, I'm all ears.
So yeah,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
In my head, honestly, it might sound crazy. This is one of the teams that should probably draft one of the O-linemen, any of the tackles or interior line. I don't know how people feel about the Titans O-line last year, but I didn't think it was very good. I know they need a tackle bad, but I think they overpaid drastically for Dan Moore, who just really was never a really good tackle to begin with. That O-line room needs more talent. So this is my fear, though, about if they draft Jeremiah Love here. I feel like he's going to a very similar situation to where Genty kind of dealt with. While Cam Ward is a better quarterback than what the Raiders had last year. Outside of that, it's very, very similar in terms of talent. Honestly, the Titans probably have less talent. So I'm curious to see what a Jeremiah Love offense would look like with the Titans. But I have to agree with Mingles. I think Jeremiah Love's probably going to be the pick at this point until I see otherwise. But the consensus at this point is Jeremiah Love.
Yeah, I think like you guys said, I think it's going to come down to Love and Styles. I think it just depends on how much Robert Saleh is banging the table for Sonny Styles. But I think they probably go Love just because one, I don't think Tony Pollard and Tajay Spears are stopping you from taking a running back, and then two, and more importantly, I think they honestly, as we know, we're not in a room, so we don't know what GM's big boards are looking like, but I'm assuming Jeremiah Love is most people's BPA at that point. So yeah, I think they go Love. Also with having Dayball in the room, I think they probably want to get him somebody that he can utilize as a weapon. So I'd say Jeremiah.
All right, Brian, make the pick.
Giants. All right, at number 5, the Giants. The Giants go ahead and take Sonny Styles. Sonny's nickname was after Sonny and the Godfather, so it just makes sense from a marketing perspective and a fit.
Wow. Yeah. Probably one of the worst kept
secrets. Surprised me there. Thought you was gonna take Caleb Downs.
I don't think they take Caleb unless Sonny's off the board.
Fair.
Yeah, I think it's the worst in the draft that the Giants are big fans of Sonny Styles.
Yeah, which is why Dallas trading up to 3 is a very big possibility, or even 4 if Tennessee wants to trade down. I will say if Sonny goes at 3 or 4, and Arvell Reese is not on the board, I think the Giants might look to trade with Kansas City at 9, just because I think between Delane, Love, Maya Noah, and Carnell Tate, I feel like they have guys that they can get at 9 while getting extra capital.
All right, Cleveland. Is this where Monroe Freeland goes, or are we looking somewhere else?
I know we took my Noah before. I think Freeland goes there. It could be Tate for the same reasons that we just said for Tennessee, but I think they go Freeland just because I feel like, as we said in the last episode, I think they feel like he's a guy that they can plug and play at left tackle.
This one is tough. I know the consensus right now is Tate. He would fit a need for sure. But in my head, I think this class is wide receiver class is deeper than the tackles. Mm-hmm. And it definitely needs a tackle. So I believe it's between Freeland or Francis. And based on where I think the Browns are going to try to go offensively, based on what they ran in Baltimore, of course they don't have Lamar Jackson, but in terms of the offense coordinator that was in Baltimore, that's not a head coach. I feel like Freeland fits that offense. So me personally, I would go Freeland, but I'm curious to see what y'all think.
I kind of just threw Freeland's name out there. I didn't really think you all would.
I'm not trying to be funny. He's like the second most mocked guy at this point.
Yeah, but like I said, is at this point with their offensive line situation, I think they want to try to get a tackle like a franchise left tackle, kind of like what we thought that Tennessee would do with Alt if the Chargers didn't take him.
I think it's a bold prediction, but I I think Cleveland has done some things in years past where we may not have expected it, but I think this Monroe Freeling thing has been around for probably almost a month now, where his stock has kind of soared a little bit. He kind of projects as one of the only left tackles potentially that could go early. But then Cleveland's still trying to figure out what they're doing with DeJuan Jones. Like he could potentially play left tackle. So maybe you give yourself 2 potential guaranteed bookends. So if that's what we want to do, I'm with it.
Let me look at their. This is a nice website. I can actually see their depth chart just like this.
Why is Dylan Gabriel's name first?
Great question.
Never mind. We love this website.
Was it alphabetical?
I accidentally just exited his name out. I didn't even know you could do that.
You know what? That was perfect. I'm glad.
That was perfect for who it was, but I didn't. I was curious. He was the perfect guy to try it on. But there's rumors though that he could be the start. I don't know.
They're gonna have him start week 1.
The guy just deleted.
If he's healthy, he's starting week 1.
Yeah, he is.
I hate to be that guy, but
cap hip. Yeah. Honestly, Freeland has only played left tackle. Is somebody?
I still think Freeling. Like nothing against DeJuan Jones.
I think
I don't see
DeJuan Jones is on there as left tackle because I believe he's converting, but I believe he's previously the right tackle. So I don't think anything's stopping them from moving him right back to right tackle if they feel the need to.
In my head, I was saying, how can we kick Tyus Howard inside? I feel like he was better as a guard than a tackle.
Correct. I mean, you could just honestly, I think if Fano was seen where he was like prior to Freeling having this rise, he probably would be the pick here, just because we know he's a right tackle. But then again, they might try to kick him in the guard. So yeah, I would still say Monroe, just because I don't think. Because again, like we said in the previous episode, I don't know if people see Francis as a right tackle, or they think he might be a guard as well.
Okay, we'll go with Monroe then.
Boom.
All right, Mingles, your time to shine.
The board shapes up like this for the Commanders. I think, they're pretty excited because it's a lot of decisions that you could potentially make, and I don't think any of them are necessarily wrong. And I think that the decisions that we're making are between Caleb Downs, Carnell Tate, and then a potential trade back. Now, just going based off Adam Peters' words, he said he does not anticipate trading back. Now, is he lying to us? He could be. My hope is that on Thursday, he picks up the phone, or no, somebody's calling him. He answers the phone, and he listens. But I truly believe that they're very enamored with the players of Ohio State, that I don't think they want to risk losing out on one of them. And I believe the player that they are most enamored by is Carnell Tate. And I don't think that they believe that he would have been here at 7 because I don't think they think he gets past Cleveland and Tennessee. So, for our mock, we're going to go ahead, unless you all disagree. I believe the pick would be Carnell Tate.
I'm not going to disagree. I'm just going to give, play devil's advocate. Do you believe that your edge room is good enough to not add somebody of a Baines caliber to this room?
Do I believe? Well, this is how I look at it. I look at my wide receiver room.
You're right. Let's look at it right now.
If I'm just comparing the rooms. Let's just compare the rooms. I wish you really didn't put it on the screen.
I didn't know. It looked crazy looking at it now. I understand it now.
Yeah. So, and then
this is way better.
The edge rush room, I think they have a little bit more faith in. And considering it's a defensive head coach, he probably trusts who he brought in. I think that they really prioritize defense and free agency. And for me, that lends the belief that unless the board just falls and Caleb Downs is the only top tier prospect that they like on the board, that I think they would want to prioritize offense in the draft. Because they went in, got Nick Cross at safety, Quan Martin they like for some reason, Will Harris they also like. That's 3 safeties who they feel like, and Jeremy Reeves, they feel like those are 4 safeties that they could realistically play.
I could be genuinely tweaking. Aren't y'all missing the edge on here? Didn't y'all?
Yeah, Dafe Owe isn't on that page, but he might be on, because sometimes with these the 4th string doesn't show up. Since he's a free agent, he might be the 4th string. But again, like you see all those names at defensive end, they probably feel like those are a lot more playable names. Dorrance Armstrong, Dafe Owe, Dietrich Wise, Charles Omenahu, and then Frankie Louvu they're going to use as a rusher as well. Kaylavon Chason I'm forgetting about. So all those guys, they probably feel better about the edge room than they do about the receiver room. So that's why I think Carnell Tate would be the pick. And I think they like the safety room over the receiver room. And receiver is more valuable than safety. So I think they tend to go with Carnell Tate there.
Yeah. So with that newfound information,
there it is. Figured it out.
Okay, because I was going to say originally that
something like that.
A lot of people have mocked like the Jets trading up here to take Carnell Tate. So if Washington is obviously looking to pick Carnell Tate, they're not going to make that trade. So I will go with Christian here with them taking Carnell Tate.
Oh, that hurt.
New Orleans can go a lot of different ways here.
Man, this was a Jeremiah Love spot at one point.
Yeah. I honestly think I want to go Bain here. Just because at some point, even though he's not I wouldn't consider him an edge. At some point, you have to think about the fact that Cam Jordan is not going to play forever. So that would be my thought. I know the wide receiver room is a ghost town, as we talked about before.
Did they bring him back, Cam Jordan?
You think they did it?
They did. Oh, wait, no.
He's a free agent. Last time I checked. Let me check right now, though.
Okay. If he's so even more, so you definitely need a replacement then.
Yes, they do.
And it is their top need, according to
Well, yes, because he's not good anymore, even if he was there.
Cam Jordan?
Yes.
Didn't he have double-digit sacks last year?
Oh, see, you sounded like me.
I'm just saying, he had a decent year.
Thank you, Chase Young.
Hey, man.
Yeah, so my pick is Bain here because I don't think they're. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think their secondary is as much of dire straits as that is.
No, I'm gonna argue with you there, Brian. It's pretty bad, bro.
They got what's his name, Kool-Aid, and then the rest is.
Did they lose? They lost Alontae, right?
Outside of Beanie Butcher and Kool-Aid, how many of these names in the secondary do you know? Not just the
I know Yeadon because he used to be a giant.
Sanker, Jordan Howden, and Justin Reed are good safeties.
Yeah, I know Justin
Reed. This might be a man.
Probably from College Football 25.
He's not good. You know his name. He's not.
I know Justin Reed and I know Yeadon, but I don't think Isaac should be your starting nickelback. I'll just say that right now.
Well, he's gonna have to be, no matter what we do.
Them losing Alontae Taylor is a lot bigger.
Isn't it crazy this team almost won the division?
No,
crazy, right?
Tyler Shuck.
You're right. They getting shook tonight. They getting shook.
Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, you look at this edge room.
Oh shit!
Yes, Devon Bailey. It might be their
room.
I know
this team's not very good.
I don't. But as SportsFan did say earlier, this is a much deeper wide receiver draft. So.
Yes.
I'm glad you said that. That now that brings me to my real question: Bain or Delane?
Keep the boy at home.
I'm not sure
if we're predicting.
I still think Bain, but the question is, did the Bain situation cause people to cause? Is it going to cause him to fall?
I feel like he was he was already potentially falling out of the top 10. I
feel like if Bane doesn't go here, he goes at 9.
I don't think the situation
but I say the same
being
thing for
publicized helps.
Yeah,
he was already his stock was already drifting down a little bit. So
it's funny you say that, Marian. You low key hit it right the nail on the head. Whoever doesn't get picked here between Bane and Delane is probably gonna go to the next pick. So
unless they want to take Tyson, I think whoever doesn't go at 8 is going at 9.
I mean, they could.
So I put my vote in for Delane. Brian put his vote in for Bane. So SportsFan, it seems like you're the tiebreaker. Unless you think Downs, then we just have to.
We really got to figure it out.
Let me figure this out.
But I think they're fine on safeties.
Yeah, but I don't think it's Downs because they got Justin Reed. That's enough for now.
They don't have the 4-3 defense properly built out here.
Who is their defense?
I'm looking at this Chris Rump name. I don't know that name.
He played for the Vikings, didn't he? Am I wrong?
I only know a lot of these names because I rebuilt them in Madden.
I feel like I've heard that name before, Chris Rump. I think he played for the Vikings. I might be wrong.
As bad as that cornerback room is, in my opinion, it's harder to find impact edge rushers than. Let me phrase that. It's hard to find above average edge rushers than probably above average corners, in my opinion, at least. So, either way, the defense is going to have some holes. So, I would rather bet on Bane's talent than Delane just because he's down the street. I'm not saying Delane's a bad prospect, but like Bane fits their needs better. And then you have the Bane Chase Young duo going for the future. And those are two, in my opinion, 3-down edges, and there's not a lot of 3-down edges in the game right now, in my opinion. So I would pick Bane. So you'd be going with Bane because I was a tiebreaker, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Does New Orleans have their second rounder? I know it's crazy. Yeah, I'm cool with Delane.
Bengals.
They not taking Downs?
No. Okay. Well, let me
not after they traded McDuffie.
Fuck no. Their best corner is Christian Fulton.
All right, respect. Their best safety is Jamar Conner, but
now I'll be real. I was about to say, man, this is testing my knowledge. Maybe I gotta lock in because I don't know.
I have not seen that name before.
Logie
Gilman, he played for the Chargers. He played for the Chargers.
I don't know him.
All right, let's go get him then.
Yeah, let's take the lane here.
Now there's a player sliding now. Does the slide stop here?
Yeah,
it seems like Cincinnati. Sounds like Cincinnati doesn't want to take a safety right now. From what I'm hearing, it sounds like they don't want to take defensive guys. That's what I'm hearing.
They don't want to take defensive guys, really?
I think they said they don't want to take downs. I think that's what I heard. I could be wrong. I could absolutely be wrong, but I think they said the Bengals don't want to take downs.
If that's the case,
and I feel like Noah would be the.
I was about to say this is a spot for Vega.
I'll be honest. I'm looking at it right now. The consensus on mocks, so across in the last week at least, mocks and publishing the last week, Caleb Downs is the favorite. So I'll throw that out there.
So I think we'd be deciding between Caleb Downs and Vega. I personally put my vote in for Caleb Downs, but if he doesn't go here, I think he would go 11.
The very next pick, yeah.
If we think he's going, I'll take Caleb Downs.
Hey, if Brian don't think they go on defense, then because Jordan Battle and then who was the other safety? Brian Cook.
Is it Dax Hill or is it?
No, it's Brian Cook.
Oh, okay. No, let's do Caleb.
Yeah, Dax Hill's a corner now.
Not a good one either, but
yeah, they blew that pick, huh? Downs. Yeah, the team needs defensive talent, bro. I don't know how much longer they can do this shit. So I think Caleb Downs is one of the best defensive players in the drafts. Fills the need. So Miami.
I want to put my vote in for Mekhi Lemon here. I don't know if they want to go Tyson just because of the medicals, but
can we go look at that old line?
Is it crazy? I was gonna say, is it Fano? Spencer Fano?
Yeah. Maui Noah's going at some point. He's falling.
Oh, don't worry.
I'm about to say he will probably be the next pick if he doesn't go here.
Don't worry about that, buddy. I feel like they still believe in Austin Jackson.
You don't think that?
I feel like that's the only guy they believe in.
You don't think that?
He's
the worst offensive lineman on there.
Cap.
Patrick Paul was good.
Who is that? You don't believe that. Aaron Brew is actually really good this year, by the way.
Yes, them left tackle, left guard, center, they're all good. Them right guard and right center is where the adjustments could be made. If you guys like Fano over Maui Noah,
I mean, they do have another.
Oh, wait. Go to the defense. Let's see how many cornerback names we know.
All right,
Storm Duck.
I know my guy Storm Duck.
Oh, I mean, I know all these names. They just all suck.
Jason
Bonner,
Florida.
Julius Brents. That's a Madden name.
That's Juju Brents.
Damn, there's another AJ Green?
Ethan Bonner, he's a white cornerback. Jason Marshall, he went to Kansas, I think. Yeah, they're not good. Look at those safeties. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, they could really use Caleb Downs.
They could use a lot of players.
Dang.
They do have pick 30.
Oh, man.
But I think at that point receivers are going to be gone. That's the only reason why I say Lemon.
And I'm seeing that the reports are still that Jermad is still like 50-50 on a lot of teams' boards. So it's like if he's good on Miami's board, I think Miami could take Jermad McCoy. But if he's not good on Miami's board, then he just continues to fall. Like we don't know what teams have him highly rated.
Because I feel like at 30, there's still some tackles that'll be available potentially. That's the only reason why I'm advocating for receiver here.
We don't have to draft for need. This team sucks everywhere. So if we go best player available, I think we'd be deciding between those two at the top, Maui Noah or Fano. And if you feel like Fano gives you more position flexibility, then we can go with them. Go with him to Miami.
I'll leave it up to y'all, honestly.
Oh, you don't want to leave it up to me because
I'm about to say, Jalen, you might have to be the type.
Okay,
because he wants Maui Noah in Arizona for fictional draft.
I'll pick Spencer.
See, what a guy. He's rigging the draft. So now when the draft doesn't go 100%, it's
you guys had an opportunity to stop me. What do you mean?
All right, hold on. Don't make the selection then, Brian.
Let's take Francis then. Why not?
Yeah.
Since we're not going to take a receiver here, let's take the best player on the board.
Yeah.
Then I'm taking Spencer here. Let's
yeah. But either way, you're taking it right. You're
not overthinking.
There you go.
All right, Rams.
Mekhi Lemon.
Sadiq, Tyson, Lemon. There are choices here. McCoy, if you want to go corner. Well, maybe not McCoy. Unless
are we assuming that by the season starts that Puka is out of rehab?
Bro, he's in rehab. He's good now.
I'm saying out of it.
I think he'll be out of it, but
he was there for he took pictures of in the uniform, so he's available to do that.
Man, those pictures they take those pictures like months in advance.
No, they probably took him like last month, bro.
So what is your thought if he is? Let's say if he is, because I'm assuming if he's not, you're taking a receiver.
Yeah, definitely. But I think if he's good, then receiver is still an option.
We have talked about Havenstein being retired, so
yeah, but I don't really, because the next tackle is Caden Proctor, and I don't even want to scroll past him.
And I don't think anybody has multiple firsts left.
Can we go look at their depth chart, please? I want to see who's in the interior of the line. Kevin, all right, they're good there.
Who the fuck is? Okay,
chill. He's actually decent.
Did he go to Georgia or am I wrong?
I don't think he went to Georgia.
Oh, okay.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, so with the Rams, playoff team, I think a lot of the receiver predictions have been because of...
You said he went to Georgia?
That was my guess.
Hey, he did.
Correct.
Oops.
First team all SEC in 2022. 2-time national championship.
So I don't think they need corner because they got McDuffie. They went and got.
They did do that, yeah.
Who didn't they get somebody else from the Chiefs?
Oh, Jalen Watson, is that the other guy?
Yeah, I think they got him too. And then they got locked down.
Didn't Darius Williams retire?
But
sure, retired.
So Jalen Watson, Forbes, and McDuffie is probably the corner room.
You probably have McDuffie as the nickel guy.
Why you do that? Why did you do that? Why did you do that?
That's the room. I'll be real. They love Quentin Lake. I'm not trying to be funny. They're putting Quentin Lake.
I'm about to say if they like Quentin as a nickel, then yeah.
All right.
What about Forbes? Forbes can be the Trent backup. If you're the Trent backup, you're basically damn near a starter.
Right. So are we going receiver?
I would like to go receiver. Unless you want to go Sadiq. Since that's your guy.
I'm all for that, honestly.
They take Jake Ferguson though.
Yeah. No, they some guy, yeah. But they didn't use.
I'm not saying Ferguson's like elite tight end. I just don't see him drafting tight ends high back-to-back drafts.
Okay, so Lemon, Tyson.
I say Lemon because I think he fits the scheme.
He fits me.
Not that Tyson doesn't. I'm just.
And I think the early reports was that this was Lemon's floor at 13. So I think we can go with this, and if we're wrong, then we just know never to listen to reports again.
Not for real.
All right, Vega off the board.
Yeah, let's give him to Baltimore. Ione. I don't see. This is where we might be wrong. I don't know if he's at 14 in the draft, man.
I agree.
What are we talking about?
Vega.
I think he does go earlier, depending on how things fall.
The Cardinals. Vega should have been a Cardinal.
I don't think so. Yeah. It was either him or Sadiq. I would go Vega too.
All right. Tampa Bay.
Is this the Tyson pick? Since they did lose Mike Evans, or do you think the medicals is? Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, Sadiq. I'm so tired of K-Don out there with no gloves.
Yeah, so we can do Sadiq. You can do Sadiq. And then I guess it's 16. I think we took Omar Cooper last time.
Is this?
No. That's been the rumor. My fault. We took Omar Cooper at 24 last time.
Do they go get a cornerback to get some ball production?
They probably should, right? Since they didn't have any interceptions last year.
Like, are they going to address that at all, or?
Well, theoretically, since they didn't
thinking McCoy, that's really the only real option here.
I don't know if he.
I was going to say theoretically, given the fact that we had them take Bailey over Reese, I'm assuming they don't want to take chances like that unless the medicals are coming up, unless they like the medicals.
That's a good point.
Okay, so here's the thing: McCoy's pro day, he did great, ran well, moved well, but there's a report recently that he has a bad knee that's like waiting to fall apart any second. Now,
sounds like Will Johnson.
Oh no, I'm about to say this happened just to Will Johnson. Will Johnson got injured this year, but it was not due to knee. It was due to getting slammed on the fucking ground by Cowboys on lineman and getting a concussion. But rumors like that, they can scare off teams. And Gerald McCoy could be a late first, second round type of prospect, but
So they do have pick 33. So my question would be, honestly, I think we take McCoy here because honestly, if the board falls a certain way, as crazy as it sounds, I think they could take Colton Hood at 33 just to cover themselves.
Wait, I'm sorry. You're saying they're taking McCoy and Hood?
I think they take McCoy at 16, and then I think they might take Hood at 33 to cover themselves.
You think that? So understand? You think they could possibly take both Tennessee corners?
If the board falls that way, I could see it going that way.
I'd be intrigued. Crazy.
Plus, they already have the synergy from playing in school. So
Detroit.
I've been hearing Blake Miller more lately, but I don't know if that. I think that might be a reach here.
I don't know. I don't think they've addressed the tackle opposite unless they sign somebody. I don't think there's a tackle opposite Penei Sewell.
Because I'm assuming if they were to take Blake, they're moving whoever they take. Honestly, I think they're moving Sewell to left tackle. We can look at the depth chart just to be safe, though.
Fellas, it's time.
Nah, bro. Oh man, you wasting our time. Close.
My pick is Caden Proctor. He fits that Lions mentality.
Yeah, exactly look at that left tackle.
I'm gonna say Blake Miller unless y'all want to take Lamu here.
That's Caden Proctor. Right.
I'm good with Blake Miller, Brian. I agree.
I'm about to say either him or Lamu. Which one do you want to do, Chris?
Blake Miller is all right. He's all right.
If you want to do Lamu, I'll say Lamu.
Blake Miller's the right tackle, though.
Lamu does play left.
Blake Miller's the right tackle, though. So Caden
Proctor. They still played left tackle in college, right? Or am I not imagining anything?
Fellas, you guys not hearing me or something? Is my mic not working?
Caden Proctor cannot play in that Lions system, man. He cannot. He don't move.
Who told you that?
You be looking at them box jumps and get fooled. He is not pulling on them opposite side runs like Penei Sewell do. Absolutely not.
Bro, they love him, bro.
No, they don't.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro.
Let's give him to a team like the Cardinals or something. Come on.
Oh. Whoa.
All right, we said Blake Miller or Lamu. So
I gotta pick between the two.
Let's do Lamu.
Whichever one you want to pick.
Let's do Lamu.
Between those two.
He has that left tackle experience.
Yeah. All right, we know what this pick is. Let's get to pick 19.
Shit, I might be wrong about this, but I'm getting a little nervous now that it's actually getting close.
Well, a lot of people have been saying either 18 or 19, so.
Oh, really? All right,
that's what I've been hearing, either 18 or 19. Unless the Vikings decide they want to trade up.
But, it's been our most consistent pick since Fernando.
Yeah.
Literally. Across all mock drafts in the last week, this pick right here, outside of Mendoza pick, is the most frequent matching. It has 50 mocks picking Dylan. It'd be so funny if it's not him at all. Like if they pick a completely different safety.
There is no other safety except for McNeil Warren, and nobody's taking him that early. All right, Carolina. You know, they say they want receivers. Jordan Tyson is on the board. Is this where we pull the trigger on the?
I think they can take the chance because they do have Tet. So if y'all want to do Jordan Tyson, I can understand the pick.
You know, I don't really want to because you didn't have to pull that up. We knew the room. We know the room.
I will ask this question. There is a team at 23. Do you think they would potentially try to trade up to 19 and take Jordan Tyson here?
Oh,
God. What's wrong with you?
I'm just asking a good question, guys.
Put that in the air. Yo.
Man, what did I say in the first mock draft, man?
We can't put that Howie Roseman voodoo magic in the air. So let's just ignore that. Carolina could go Tyson. I also like Tyson at 21, but it's neither here nor there. I'm not into really saving players for picks. Casey Concepcion actually feels like a Steelers pick. So let's just.
Well, would the Steelers take? I know this is crazy to ask, but would the Steelers take another receiver given that they just traded for Michael Pittman Jr.?
Oh, I forgot about him. He sucks though.
You know, honestly,
I'm not saying he's stopping you from doing it.
You're
I'm
right.
just asking the question.
The way they do things, that might be good with two, and then play that Josh Allen ball with 3 tight ends and 1 receiver.
Allen ball.
So what we doing with Carolina though? We moving too far ahead.
I'm fine with Tyson because I don't think there's any corners on the board, and there's no linebackers that I feel justified.
Yeah. I mean, y'all want to go Falk? He's going to go at some point. I mean, he can go 20.
Yeah, I'll go Tyson.
All right, and then the Cardinals.
Whew.
Where you going, bro? Keldrick, Falk. Oh, wait. My bad. Ty Simpson. I almost forgot. Go to the quarterback, buddy. Go to the quarterback, buddy. You just clicking on stuff. Go to the quarterback.
I don't think we need him right now. So
I don't think y'all do either, but that's the pick. Come on,
that's
man.
Not the pick,
Come on.
We're not picking him at 20, bro. That's not happening.
So you did take your right tackle.
Oh,
so.
Hold on. There's trades. Click on the trades. Let's see what they say. Click on the trades.
Chicago trading up.
Ooh, I don't know. 25 and 57 to Chicago.
What you thinking?
31 and 63. I think Chicago or New England moves up. Let's do it. Come on, Sporty.
So right, Chicago at 20.
Chicago.
Or is that too early?
For who you talking about?
Peter Woods.
I was saying Peter because I saw it, but then he scrolled up. My fault.
I mean, Peter Woods not a bad option. I think they also could consider KC because they did get rid of DJ Moore.
Yeah, because they got they got Luther, they got Rome.
Oh wait, no, I'm tripping. I forgot about Luther. I don't like that fit with Luther and KC because
and they got Colston Loveland, and they got your boy Colston Loveland.
I don't know why he's listed as second tight end, but okay.
That's a great question. I don't know why.
They don't really need O-line help. I think this, if they're trading up, this is trading up for either an edge rusher or some form of pass rush. And so that may be Peter Woods. So I'm good with that, if that's what
I feel good about Peter Woods.
The people want to do.
Okay.
Pittsburgh.
Ty Simpson, question mark?
Nah. We saving him for 25.
I just can't escape it, huh?
Nah.
So like Jalen, so if y'all do want to take receiver, Concepcion's there and Omar Cooper Jr. is there.
Omar Cooper seems more like their build.
Yeah.
Because this is Mike McCarthy. I got to remember, this is Mike McCarthy. So even though Arthur Smith is in the building, they could take another receiver.
All right, let's do it.
What did we say? I low-key forgot. Omar Cooper, right?
Whichever one you said is the better fit.
Omar
Cooper. All right, this one. Hear me out. I think they go here. No? I'm crazy?
I thought you were going to say Caden.
They got Thule and Khalil Mack. I mean, why would they add another old edge rusher?
Come on now. You talking about Khalil Mack? Come on. Khalil Mack.
Why would they add another old edge rusher?
Khalil Mack about 10 years older than Akeem Mesidor.
Exactly.
If LA had more assets,
I was
probably in college.
Khalil Mack is 10 years older than Akeem Mesidor.
If LA had more assets, it'd be nice to see them trade up to 13 and take Vega because they really could use the interior offensive lineman.
What that defense looking like? Oof. But
that corner room.
That's a good corner room.
No, it's not.
Cam Hart's good. Dante Jackson had a good season last year.
Dante Jackson is 55 years old.
He's like 27.
You just lied. Dante Jackson, 27.
So Bud Dupree and Khalil Mack are your edge rush. Well, y'all say Thule. My fault.
Yeah, Thule too. Polo too.
Man, my
They're saying their biggest need is tackle.
My I don't know what that's based off. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I don't know because you have Alt and Slater. So that's what I'm saying.
They're just assuming they're gonna self-destruct, which is a fair something.
Let's see what the trade. Are there any trades?
Nah, no offers, man. They can pick, man. Take Akeem Mesidor. Let's do it.
I was gonna say they can trade down and take like a max.
Akeem Mesidor. Let's go.
You so that's what you want about it. Let's do it. Anything to get Tyson in the 25.
What?
Philadelphia. So
Caden Proctor.
More or less. I just want to make a vote. I do want to make a vote. You did say Caden Proctor, but I was gonna say Max and Henniker for the reasons that we brought up in the last episode.
No, I don't want them to get good players.
Well, unfortunately, we have to predict, and they always get good players. So, I'm also not opposed to KC.
Oh yeah, KC, because they are about to trade AJ.
But even if they weren't, they don't have a third receiver. Like, even if AJ stays around.
What you mean? You don't see Darius Cooper?
Like I said,
Johnny Wilson breakout season.
Hold on. There you go. And then hold on. Yeah, he can stay there. Then
never mind. They don't need KC, man. Hollywood's here.
Hollywood is here. Hollywood.
So let's go back to the draft. I mean, the board. They don't need KC. They got Hollywood and Dontavian Wicks. So maybe Denzel Boston would have been a better fit, but maybe they just don't feel like they need receiver. I think they should go tackle because Lane Johnson contemplated retirement, or O-line in some form, because both Lane Johnson and Landon Dickerson both contemplated retirement. They also could look edge rusher because I think their edge rush room is Nolan Smith, Jalen Hunt, and those guys are cool. I don't know if they have their every down run stuffer. This honestly could be a Keldrick Falk spot if they want to just add to that room, and he won't be relied upon to be their primary pass rusher. This will honestly be a pretty decent spot for him to go to, where he can just go and stuff the run, learn behind Brandon Graham in his last 5 years playing or something.
That makes sense.
So honestly, the more I talk about it, I think Keldrick Falk is my pick. But if you guys got something different, then
I think it's Caden Proctor.
Trying to think, because you have Jordan Davis, you have Jalen Carter manning the middle. They seem like a team that would want to stop the run. We can go Falk. We'll go Falk.
These guys, man, you guys don't want an accurate mock at all. I tried, man.
It's not even about the Caden hate. It's just knowing Philly, they're a team that's going to want to stop the run like at all costs. And then so that way Fangio can do his complex coverages and stuff.
Give Cleveland a receiver here.
America, you saw me try.
KC, Denzel.
KC.
Let's do it.
So Casey told him he the best receiver in the draft, man. They're gonna test.
All right.
Hey, he wrote the letter. I didn't.
All right.
Ty Simpson is a Cardinal.
I know that's what you was.
There's nothing that can make me happier.
Chris might shed tears at that table.
Buffalo.
Look at that. The worst reach. Even with me trading down twice.
It's okay, bro. You can't stick to the model. What do they know?
Hey, man, the Giants traded up for Jackson Dart last year. You saw how that worked, so.
You're trying to ruin my day. I won't let you do it. All right. I'm
just saying, they would have said that was a reach, too.
Buffalo will do some shit like draft Denzel Boston or some shit like that. Akeem Mesidor. No, that really would be a Buffalo pick if he was still there.
I must say the manual a pick here.
They still got DeMar Hamlin, don't they?
Oh my gosh.
They did just bring him back.
Why'd you say that? Hold on, I gotta fix this. The fuck? Fix that.
I forgot they got Chauncey.
He's a nickelback though. Who doesn't play nickelback?
Stone is a Buffalo Bill now? Oh,
I was unaware.
Maybe they don't need a safety then. Stone is here. All is well.
Like that, and then there you go. It'd be something like that.
Then their edge rushers are defensive line.
This ain't right. Let's fix this.
Rousseau and Chubb. Okay.
Where's Epinesa? He's not there anymore.
He's a free agent.
Man.
Recently, he visited somebody today.
Nobody signing him is crazy. The Giants can sign Falele, but they won't sign Epinesa.
I think he's injured. I think that's why.
Well, no, we already got enough edge rushers. My fault. Kayvon Thibodeau is definitely in trade talks. I don't know
Caden Proctor can go at 27. We got to figure out 26 though.
I guess we can do Mesidor since that's what.
He already went it.
That's why I was like,
would Avion be a pick here if his medicals came out better?
5 Avion, sure.
Didn't they already just kind of do that last year with
Maxwell Hairston?
Oh, yeah, they did just take Maxwell. Never mind.
But that panned out, so they might be okay with it because he played.
It did pan out?
Well, I'm not saying he's good, but he played.
He did play. I mean, is Caden McDonald a bad pick right here?
Well, who do they have besides Ed?
I guess when you have Ed Oliver, you don't need more people.
They already got big.
Oh yeah, they did just draft Dion last year.
Deion Walker, you're right. Man, I wish these lineups were right. It's blowing me that.
See, if Caleb wasn't hurt, this would probably be.
Hold up, this former commander right here.
Yes, it is.
You worry about the wrong things.
My fault.
Let's go corner.
You said you think they go corner? That doesn't have his. That's not listed one of their needs.
I mean, they got nose tackle on there, and they lying.
Because who are their corners again? They have Maxwell. Did they bring Teron Johnson back, or is he a free agent?
Christian Burford's good.
I mean, we could go receiver, but what Joe Brady said, I'm just trusting his words.
Why are we doing that? When has he shown that means anything?
So you would have. So what would it be? It would be Denzel, theoretically. Denzel, Keon, Shakir, and
DJ Moore.
Why in the hell was Keon Coleman the second name you said?
That was the name that came to mind. I keep forgetting they traded for DJ Jalen. My fault.
No, please. Just I would prefer if you said Josh Palmer.
He's not going to be starting, so I don't.
Let's move this around. No, that looks good. But then we just.
Well, they might need a guard, but I don't know if there's any guards worth taking.
They could take Emmanuel. I'm low-key surprised.
Honestly, I think this could be
they get drafted higher than.
Is there any tackle on the board that's offering?
Yeah. Caden Proctor, Max, and Blake.
Blake Miller's still on the board.
I think all three of these dudes go first round. So
I'm gonna say Max is on the board as well.
That could kick into guard. I don't see any of them kicking into guard. I don't think.
They think Proctor can go to.
You don't think Caden can kick in the guard?
If that's what the Bills think, then go for
it. That's what the Bills think. I'm just saying that's what people are saying.
Back-to-back Alabama picks. That just looks disgusting.
Woo! Bama, roll tide.
San Francisco.
I think you said you wanted to take Akeem here last time, Jalen, before I took him at 26. So
I like one of the tackles. Trent Williams replacement. Preferably Max, but Blake is cool too.
I feel like they might go.
Max probably fits their system more, so I would say Max.
They probably be Max. You cool with that, Mingles?
Yeah.
So I think this one probably maybe either Caden or Caleb, depending on or offensive lineman. If you think offensive line.
Man, the way I see CJ Stroud get his ass whooped, I'm feeling Blake Miller right now, but I'll see what y'all think.
I'm fine with Blake. I was just thinking because I think we took Caden last time because I think we were talking about them potentially taking a D tackle. So that's why I was.
Hello? Did it cut out? I'm not tripping.
Oh, man.
Brian?
In between time. Go ahead and take Blake Miller for Houston.
I had to make sure that joint was still recording. I was like, is it going to work with him not here? All right, Blake Miller. Now, I'm thinking, hold on. Can I recap? What was the earlier Chiefs pick? Delane? Would they go Emmanuel here? Or you think they Go something like TJ Parker.
Well, I didn't like their safety room to begin with. So
actually, they do need a receiver that's actually a man on the outside. So Denzel's not a bad pick for them either. Nah, I don't know. I don't know if Denzel fits Andy Reid's game. What you feeling, bro?
I mean, I'm fine with McNeil. I mean, I'm also fine with Denzel. If it comes down to either one of them, I'd probably lean the defensive side of the ball, just because they gave up so much on defense this offseason.
Yeah, we had them take Delane at 9, right?
Yeah.
I think I'm going with McNeil.
Okay. That's what y'all think.
And what was the earlier? Can I see their previous?
Miami, yes. we took offensive tackle.
So I'm thinking they go corner. So between
Colton Hood.
I was gonna say it's either Colton Hood or Chris Johnson. I've heard a lot of things about Chris Johnson recently.
So Chris has been rising.
But I would also personally. Well, who's their defensive coordinator? He came from.
Jeff Hafley. Green Bay's defensive coordinator.
They ran man? Did they run man? I can't imagine. I can't remember them being a man team.
Part of me feels like they might. I know the medicals are horrible, but what did Chris? Was Chris more of a man guy?
Feel like he was more zoned than man.
Because I know Chris. Not Chris. I know Colton's like more of a man.
6'1" ran a 4, and he's versatile. Oof, saying all the right words. Excelling in off zone and man. Woo.
Yeah, let's take Chris then. Let's take Chris. I feel like Jeff would want a versatile defensive back. Just knowing him and his system.
All right. No pun intended. I think Denzel Boston's a good fit for New England.
Yeah, they haven't found their.
They got to find somebody.
Yet. And there's, even if they get AJ Brown, wide receiver still isn't their strongest spot. So
yeah.
Hold up, you're not fucking with the Mr.
They did just pick up Dobbs.
You're not fucking with the Guardian cap.
I mean, he's
Kayshawn is a nice deep threat, but I don't think he should be number 2.
Boston. All right. Last pick of the first round, last pick of our draft.
Seattle. Man, if there was any other year they could use a running back, this would be the year.
Honestly, Colton Hood wouldn't be a bad pick.
It would not.
Cam Akers.
How do you help the wealthy?
I don't want the fuck that happen. What'd you say,
Cam Akers and Emmanuel Wilson, man.
So we gotta figure out how to help the wealthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to say either Colton or Cassius, probably.
Or let's just say all their needs is everything except guard and offensive tackle.
Which is surprising given how one of their guards looked this year.
Yeah, maybe we should go Emmanuel because Anthony
Ricky Moore did just work out.
You said who?
He said he meant Pricknot. My fault. I thought he. I forgot we just took the name with 29. I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah, because Anthony Bradford, my fault, sucks.
So Pricknot at 32 because I think I've seen that mocked a few times. My fault. I don't know why I thought we were talking about McNeil Warren and he just got taken at 29. My fault, y'all.
This concludes the most accurate, just a preview of the NFL draft before the NFL draft comes to you. We have correctly predicted all 32 picks on April 16th, 2026, 1 week before. So you don't even need to tune into the draft, but do so anyway just to see how accurate we actually were. If you are interested in any more of our content, we will be doing a NBA version of Trace Triumph very soon. The NBA Draft Lottery is coming up. And be sure to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. I think this is one of our more efficient mock drafts. I think we did a great job with collaboration and teamwork, and not necessarily taking a player that we wanted our team to take, but taking a player that we predict our teams to take, and the players who we will love to root for on Sundays, whether we like the pick or not, because that is what fandom is all about.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend, tell your mom, tell your dad, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your grandma, your grandpa, your sister, cousin, all of them. And stay tuned for the next play.